Try anything and you're canceled, bro.
Oh, fuck. It would take a college semester to inform those who aren't Leatherface superfans how we've gotten to 2022's Texas Chainsaw Massacre. David Blue Garcia's entry, the 9th one in the Southern Slaughterhouse franchise, retcons everything except Tobe Hooper's 1974 original. So, forget about Matthew McConaughey's Maniac and Alexandra Daddario tripping over that comically short fence. It's a cocky move, as Texas Chainsaw Massacre positions itself as a clean restart for a franchise with legendary whiffs, but Garcia's messy-as-ever slasher isn't even better than some of the sequels it dares to erase.
We have a vision for this place. All it needs is young blood.
I don't want to live here. This is a chance for people to start fresh somewhere.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre might suffice if you like your slashers slathered in gory runoff from exposed weapon wounds. It'll never win the judge's prize like Drayton Sawyer at a chili cook-off, but will be remembered for its highlight reel of show-stopping mutilation. Leatherface hammers shin bones into right angles, carves through influencers while live streams broadcast, and punishes new age gentrifiers who hide behind moral creeds to take over impoverished towns. Leatherface comes off as a boomer who fights back, with ill-conceived notes of sympathy. But, as far as kills are considered, the movie titled Massacre holds its promise. A single bus sequence with casualties galore could stand as the year's most exquisitely vile display of slasher fatalities, with all respects paid towards Garcia's special effects teams. It's Chris Thomas Devlin's screenplay that leaves heaps to be desired. The characters, including sisters Melody and Lila, a school shooting survivor, demand no investment, nor do their journeys. Lila's haunting bullet scar sparks conversations around gun violence early, only to meet the most ignorant flip of messaging later. Even worse is the reintroduction of the original's final girl, Sally Hardesty, as a Laurie Strode type hell-bent on killing Leatherface, which couldn't be more mishandled. Both subplots feel shoehorned with advancement on the fly. Production design recalls better Texas Chainsaw movies as cinematographer Ricardo Diaz captures the blistery, sweltering Lone Star heat on screen. Hunter-killer terror unfolds under sunshine strong enough to toast sunflower fields, while the abandoned town of Harlow feels claustrophobic and isolated. These sweaty visual callbacks to the original endure, while other elements feel like a middle finger to the franchise's legacy. Leatherface is a vastly more interesting character when he's following orders from bloodline psychopaths, not operating as just another masked brute. Mark Burnham's performance as Leatherface requires mainly physical imposition, less vocal in the slasher's later years. He can still flail the chainsaw in circular mayhem, but there's nothing to Leatherface outside his linebacker sprints and heavy plodding feet. As Melody and Lila, Sarah Yarkin and Elsie Fisher show appropriate fear when staring down a lumbering horror icon. It's just that their characters aren't written past traceable outlines. It's a shame because Splatterhouse goodness this extreme feels wasted by an experience that's too focused on making audiences feel violated and miserable. You can do that and still tell a terrifically macabre tale, which this fails to do.
50 years I've been waiting for this night.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre fails to redefine Leatherface's legacy any better than the sequels and remakes it leaves in the rear view. Those who only value slashers based on the body count and murderous creativity might give this pure guts, no glory slasher a pass. Otherwise, 2003's The Texas Chainsaw Massacre does dark and gritty better. It stinks like a basement full of corpses as Leatherface becomes just another hulking villain, not exactly the fresh start franchise diehards might have otherwise welcomed. For more, check out what we thought of Scream and All of Us Are Dead Season 1. And for everything else, stick with IGN.